Hey fellow Star Citizens, Scrapjet here. Today I'm actually finally in the PTU after taking a day and a half, I think, to manage to get in here. Had some issues with server capacity. Apparently it was flooded with people also trying to get into the PTU. And I guess they must have finally increased the server capacity because, I don't know why I just looked at my watch there. But, anyway, yeah, they finally, I guess, increased the server capacity today, and I was able to get in finally. So, anyway, I thought we'd do salvage today, because that seems to be the new hotness. And I happen to have access to a Vulture, so I thought we'd take it out and give that a try. We're over here in Lorville. Let's go down here and get our Vulture. There we are.
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Okay, hangar 8.
Please visit us again.
And hopefully we'll get to see some of the other new features with 3.18. Inventory's changed a little bit. They've actually added a move all function, which is great. I've been a huge proponent of using voice attack for moving items around, and now we don't have to anymore. You can use so yeah, we can now use the functionality built in to Star Citizen, which is great. So let's go to hangar 8. I've been kind of playing around with this today, kind of trying to get used to it. Some of the little intricacies of salvaging, which I still have not figured out everything, obviously. But so anyway, here's the Vulture. I'm sure everybody's already seen videos on it, but we'll just take a real quick walk around, kind of get acclimated to it. It has a little ramp in the back, and of course now, like all ramps, it has a button to get in and out of it, or to access it instead of clicking on the ramp. And now you click on a button, which apparently I didn't get close enough to. That's better. So you can go through the ramp if you want. There's the little storage area, and when we complete our salvage operation, there's a canister in there, like a box that fills up, and then it gets pooped out right here. So I'm only going to do one today, but you could do, I mean, it's like a 1SCU box. You obviously could do a bunch of them if you really had the patience to do it. So we'll see that. And then this leads upstairs. Yeah, we'll go in through this way. But no, we won't. Let's go in. There's a ladder, which is kind of nice because it means you don't have to use the ramp if you don't want to, so you don't have to worry about people jumping in. Over here, took me a minute to figure out the ladder too, because I kept trying to climb up. It's like, why am I not going up? You actually have to, hold down the F key and click on it, and that causes you to climb the ladder. Otherwise, you don't climb the ladder. Then you walk over here and just enter a pilot seat, or you can open the door too. Although I couldn't find a way to close the door. Although, we'll just do that. We'll open the door and then we'll walk in. So I couldn't find a... Oh, there we go. Closed door. Okay, cool. So anyway, then there's the rest of the... Oh, good light. No, lights didn't come on. Let's try and turn on lights. Is this like a light switch? Huh. No, it's not. I don't know what that is. So I guess we will have to turn on power at least so we can get the lights going. Having a lot of problems with storing ships everywhere I go. So we're going to try and sell what we'll try to sell what we salvage, but there's no guarantees. So far, I've not actually been able to sell any because I can't get the ship to store. But we'll try. Give it a try. So anyway, here's my bed. my little sleeping area. I've already slept in it once. It was not that comfortable. Then, you know, access to your components. Very Drake looking. Little cables hanging everywhere. I guess this must be the food replicator. Look how shiny that metal is. I think that's part of the new, what's that called? The G12, I think, or something like that. The new rendering software they developed. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, we got a little storage here for, I guess, a suit or something, maybe. Yeah, it's nice. Your Quantanium drive. And then the stairs that take us down to where we just were. Where the RCM gets pooped out. So it's a pretty small ship. You know, not a whole lot to it. So alright, so let's get out of here. Go salvage some ships. Okay. Here we go.
You are clear to launch.
The Vulture itself actually flies pretty well. I was very surprised. I really have had no issues with it as far as its flight characteristics. I mean, it does kind of nose up a little bit when you first take off, but once you straighten that out, you're fine. Watch me bump into something coming out. Now we're nosing down. Good job, good job.
Thank you, and please visit again.
It's not fast. It's really, it's a lot, I think it's a lot like flying a Freelancer. It has about the same pitch and roll characteristics and speed, so if you're used to flying one of them, this shouldn't be a problem for you. Other than the fact that there's these two giant, I guess those are lasers poking out the front. You kind of have to get used to that a little bit, but other than that, it's not bad. Not bad. The only places I've found so far that reliably have ships to salvage is by any mining station. The giant cloud of dust and debris floating around. Apparently they decided that was a good home for apparently 600 I's and C2s that have been just abandoned, I guess. So we'll head on over to Parallel 2. Since I'm over in Hurston.
Quantum drive is now on.
I don't know why, but the quantum drive sometimes doesn't make any noise. So obviously that's a bug they gotta work out, but sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. And as for the rendering engine, I noticed that you can really notice it on like Ariel. I was there earlier. It used to be very orange looking, you know, the ground was very orange looking. Now it's very red looking, almost like Hurston. And but it looks really good. It looks very very detailed, very realistic. Alright, just about there.
Quantum drive is now off.
Alright. One more jump.
Quantum drive is now on.
Yep, very quiet. It's funny because when I was on earlier, it wasn't quiet. So I don't know what the
Quantum drive is now off.
I don't know what the deal is, but so anyway, the generally what you do is you just kind of scan around. I already see a couple that we're going to go to. See that little? Somebody told me they thought it looked like a paw print right in front of us there. That's a salvageable vehicle. And then there, as you can see, there's another 2 of them right over there and over there. I mean, it's crazy how much there is. So and my understanding is that you will make that this stuff basically sells for the equivalent of what Quantanium does. Which, if it does, there's no way there's going to be this much of it floating around. I'm willing to bet they're just doing it right now like this so we can get acclimated and obviously make it easier for testing to occur. Now I noticed something you don't get a distance. It's like you kind of have to guess at how far you are from, until the lasers come online. You have no idea how far. Like if I turn them on now, I don't think it can tell me how far we are. It just says out of range. So, I mean, we're close, but so you gotta. So I basically don't fly straight at the derelict vehicle. I just kind of skew off a little bit. And it took me a while to figure out what this even was. It's a 600i. It's like I didn't even recognize it. Okay, we're still out of range. Yeah, we're still out of range. So this is what I've figured out so far. The yellow area is the good area. There's also, I think, a red area here. Let's see, yeah. I don't think it'll work on that. It seemed to complain when I was... See, it says no target around the... Well, it says no target right... Oh, because we're out of range. Okay, there we go. It likes us now. I'm going to get a little closer. And then... Oops. Swing around so we have more head-on view. There we go. So this looks good. I don't know why. I mean, I haven't seen green yet, but yellow seems fine. That just doesn't look good to me. I don't know. I haven't figured out what the red. Let's click and see what it does. Does it take it? It seems to take it. I don't know what red is. I just kind of stayed away from it because I got yellow right here and that's got to be better, but I haven't seen any green. And the red never turns yellow, so it's not like it's because I'm... Oops. It's like... If I kind of move down this way, it's not like it turns yellow. It stays red, so... I don't know. I don't know what that means yet. So if anybody knows, wants to comment, feel free. So anyway, the gist is first of all, I'll close everything down. Just like going into mining mode, you press M to start up the lasers here. I'm calling them lasers. What do they call them? Cinch scraper modules. Okay. And basically just click once and it starts doing whatever it does to suck up the RMC. And I think that where it says valid and it shows you a percentage, I'm pretty sure that just means that's how much of the material is acceptable. So yeah, I think you just got to get into a good point where you're obviously pulling in, like there's very little there. I don't want to even bothering over there. Kind of have to pull in as much as you can. I mean, obviously you want a higher number percentage than, you know, 20 or 30%. 75 is pretty good. I'm okay with that. And you can see the where it says cargo. That's that thing being filled up. That little crate in our cargo area being filled up. And once it hits a certain point, once it gets to 100%, it'll stop and it'll say it's, I guess it's shooting out the box out into the cargo area. We'll go down and look at it. I'm not going to do more than one box worth right now. This is just a test, but... Oops, I just accidentally turned it off. So yeah, you left click once to start it and then left click it again to turn it off. I don't know what right click does. Let's try that. As you see, we're almost halfway there. Oh, getting a little too close to the red. So yeah, I really don't know what I'm doing, but it seems to be working, so I'm not going to... I'm not going to complain too much. All I know is I want those blue circles to be nice and solid blue if I can help it. And I'm assuming that if you go in, like there's an area to my right now that's kind of black. I'm pretty sure I go over it, it's going to drop. Yeah, see, it's dropped to nothing. We obviously want the more solid areas of remaining hull to scrape. We're not getting much more out of this. Not really. Oh, there we go. We're starting to fill up. Oops. Whoa. Sorry about that. Almost there. It looks like one of these yellow areas is the equivalent of one of the little boxes we're about to spit out. That's why I noticed while I was doing my test today. I should be able to get one full box out of this. Almost there. Come on, guys, we're so close. There we go. I must have missed that whole area. Okay, and we're there. Okay, so the filler station is ejecting. Vehicle hold 80%. I'm not sure what that means. I don't know if, I mean, I'm assuming that's the target hull. I see changes depending on what we're looking at. That one says 64%. That one says 60. I don't know. All right, let's go downstairs here and take a look at our little box. See what we got going. But yeah, I can't imagine this is going to be what it'll be like when we get to the PTU, that it'll be this easy to find. I mean, I found it right away, and there you go. There's our little box. So I'm assuming that it just keeps spitting out infinitum out of there. So we can get 3 more, I guess. Or I'm sorry, 2 more, I bet. That's probably all that would fit in here. Yeah, although we're out in space and we're not in an armistice zone, so I don't know why I couldn't take, I don't think I have a, nah, I don't have my tractor beam with me, but I don't know if you could tractor these guys out of the way maybe and just, maybe stack them or something. I don't know. But anyway, that's what it looks like when you're done. Actually, this does look exactly like a cargo container. I'm doing another video about how to work with cargo, and I was playing around with stacking, well, not stacking, but with clicking it into the grid today with my tractor beam, and that's exactly what the cargo looks like that I purchased for my Aegis Avenger Titan. So anyway, you probably could just move this and then add even more than just the 2 more after this. Alright, so after you have completed your salvage operation, so far the only place I've found that I think will take this, that you can purchase, that you can sell it at, the only location is like a TDD. Earlier today I went to Ariel. I went to Bezdek on Ariel, and I tried selling it there, and it wouldn't take it. So somebody else suggested trying to go to a TDD, and I went to Hurston, to the CBD there, and I just had problems trying to store my ship. So we're going to try that again and see how that goes. See if that works out any better this time. And I am curious to see exactly how much we're going to get for... Oops, jeez. I am curious about how much we'll get for this. Because like I said, if it's the same amount as Quantanium, I mean, who's going to want to do Quantanium when, there's 0 risk in this at all? If, you're right by a station, it's highly unlikely there's going to be a whole lot of piracy going on if you're like, 2 or 3 kilometers next to a station. I think once it goes to the PTU, it's going to be a lot harder to find, and it'll be in much more remote areas that you won't be able to just quantum to, and there it is. That's just my theory. I don't know. It just seems too easy for the cost, for the price of what you're able to sell it from what I'm hearing. It'll be interesting to see what the CBD, if I can get it to ship to store, what the CBD will buy it at.
Quantum drive is now off.
Okay. Let's go. Okay, where is Lorville? Oh. There it is.
Quantum drive is now on.
Yeah, it's a little weird getting the silent treatment from the quantum drive. Not used to that. It is a cool looking little ship though. I like it. It's pretty neat.
Quantum drive
Alright, now let's figure out where... Oh, well, I can tell you where it is. It's right there. I don't know what's going on with my Corsair. I was trying to take that for doing a cargo run. I wanted to use it to test the cargo grid. I ended up taking the Avenger Titan. For some reason, I cannot retrieve the Corsair. So I'm probably going to have to go over to Everest Harbor and try and do it from there. Although you can't go to Everest Harbor right now. The elevators don't work. If you land in the hangar, you can't take an elevator. So I don't know how anybody gets into Everest Harbor right now, but I want to go to probably her L2 or her L1 to get the Corsair out. But anyway, I already did my cargo run anyway. I just would have liked to have done it in the Corsair. But it's pretty cool. They also changed how they changed the look of how tractor beams work with the beam and everything. It's a little different now. I mean, functionally they're still the same, just looks a little different.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Yeah, this thing flies pretty well. I'm fine with it. You know, it's no surprises. You know,
Warning, you are leaving a safe zone.
Oh, look, there's somebody else's Vulture. Oh, and that little...
Warning, you are leaving a safe zone.
I'm leaving, I'm entering a safe zone. The grids are back for landing. I remember when I first started playing, they were there in 3.16, and then 3.17 they took them away. They took them away, and now they're back again. Alright. Yeah, I think I'm facing the wrong way. Too bad.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Okay, so we'll exit out the side door here. Down our little ladder. Nice. Okay. So, like I said, a lot of it's going to have to do with whether our ship can get stored here. It's been a little iffy procedure all day. And there goes my Dread Corsair. Yeah, I'm not stepping into that. Are you nuts? There we go. Okay, fine. Yeah, the elevators are a little laggy with them rendering correctly when they open. And a couple times I thought, that's probably fine. And I walked out and fell, you know. Oh man, please don't 30k on me now.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Okay, moment of truth. So usually by now, the ship would be stored. Yeah. It's not storing. Yeah. And it'll say that it's storing, but I've never seen it actually stored. But we'll go down to the CBD anyway and pretend like it's been stored. And see what it shows up. And see if it says it's transferring to storage now.
To the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Yeah, see, it says transferring to storage, and that's, I think that's all I ever see it. All I've ever seen it say so far.
Please visit us again.
But let's head on down to the CBD. Let's see what they think. And also we can take a look at the new shipping and trading consoles too. The only thing I've really noticed that's different here is you can actually sit on the train now at both Lorville and also in Area 18. I've never been able to sit on in their trains before. So if I go here, I can sit.
Trespassing or attempting to trespass on train tracks is a serious and dangerous offense.
I don't know if I can go to camera view. Oh yeah, look at that. That's pretty good. Usually camera view looks like crap. It's pretty sharp. Oh, also they got some new cheapy undersuits too now. They gave us a couple pairs. They have this in red and, I'm sorry, in blue and red also. I don't know if I had one in green. They're pretty snappy looking. I like them better than the white ones. Also, I noticed I was on Area 18 for the hour I was able to get on yesterday. And I noticed the train, while it's still the one that goes from the spaceport, from Riker Spaceport to the business district, it still takes the same route. It moves a little differently. It actually pulls away from the dock that you're on. It pulls away first, like a couple feet, and then moves forward. It's kind of different. Few little changes there. Besides the fact that you can actually sit on the seat now instead of stand the whole time.
Now arriving, Central Station. Please watch your step when disembarking the train.
Okay, so now we just head up here. This is where their TDD is. It's called a CBD, a Central Business District, but this forms the same function. You can go up here, you can sell commodities, and also the weapons store is here. If you're ever interested in buying attrition weapons, that's up and to your right here. Just over there. We're going over here though to, I forget what they call it, transfers, I think. Yeah, transfers. I don't know why. I don't know what you're transferring. I don't know. Commodities. I don't know. And all this hasn't changed right here. All this looks the same. consoles is a different part. Also, something else I noticed about the consoles, I'm not getting the same glare, because I used to always go to the one down the end there, down here, and because there's no glare, but I'm not seeing any glare on these now, so we'll use this one. This is a little different from the mining station consoles. It looks a little different, but very, very similar. So for my inventories, I mean, it says it's there, but I don't think it's actually there. And I don't know what these are yet. Or, you know, I don't know what they mean exactly. And we want to sell. And the very last item, I'm assuming this is the amount that you would have in your ship if you were carrying it. Let's go down the very end. You can't, okay. There we go. Yeah, see, it's not showing. I'm almost positive this would show up with what I have in my ship. Unless we have a crash. Great. Just great. So anyway, unfortunately, I think that's where we're going to leave it. It was not showing up as me having any in my ship, any RMC in my ship, unfortunately. And I'm pretty sure it's because they still have some issues with storing ships. I'm not seeing them storing correctly almost anywhere. I'm claiming them, or I can't even get to them sometimes. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to actually make the sale. But that's what the new shipping and trading consoles look like. Like I said, the ones in the mining stations are slightly different, but a lot of the same features, and it looks basically the same. If you work with one, you know what the other one is, just looks slightly different. So anyway, we'll probably be trying this again shortly once they have the bugs worked out for actually being able to sell. But the salvage part works, so I was pretty happy with that. I even actually exited my ship while I was salvaging earlier today, and tried going into one of the derelicts that were floating out there. I didn't want to get too into it because I was afraid I might die or something, and then I would have wasted an hour of my time. But you might actually be able to go inside and find something. Maybe there might be something lootable that's already that's actually in there. So anyway, so that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day. Scrapchat out.